Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to Clanfolk, where Colquhoun conquers as we sit here at the beginning of the second year. Well, the beginning of autumn anyway. Let's actually tell the truth. That would always be a nice thing, wouldn't it? But yeah, no, here we are. We're starting off. Things are looking a-okay as far as we're concerned. We've got a decent amount of food. We've got plenty of time to collect some mushrooms, get them dried, get everything fan-tabby-dozy. Construction of the sort of the new living area seems to be going well. We've nearly managed to get everything done there. We've managed to get our vents in place for everybody. We've got our kind of like area here. We've got our little torch there, so hopefully that'll increase the amount of lighting, although I think we might need to get another one along this way. In fact, potentially, what would be a better idea, because this will obviously cast a lot of light when it's on. If we move that torch and we pop it there, that will at least mean that this bit here is nice and bright. Bit of a shame that we can't put another window in. I guess we could if we got rid of this door. That is an option. We could move it about, but yeah, we'll just think about that. I'm going to say these bits of thatch need to be high priority. I mean, they all kind of need to be high priority. We need to get this peat brick stuff done. But I want to get that so I can get that thresher done, which means we can expand our food storage area. The new workbench seems to be working pretty well. I mean, 100% craft speed is going to be very, very helpful in making sure that we get our kind of jobs done. We've got our little paths that are kind of coming together over to our sort of like peat harvesting areas, which should also help us out quite a bit too. Yeah, there we go, Agnes. Actually just working away very, very quickly. You love to see it. Let's grab some more berries. How many bowls do we currently have? We've got 15 bowls. I think we actually need some more bowl stands. There's something that we could potentially build in here. I would quite like to have like the berries cooled if possible. I think that'd be pretty good. Let us, well, I mean, we'll wait until we actually have this this area over here done before we go any further. There we go. Harvesting some peat, doing well. How's the new baby doing? She's doing a-okay. That's good. Elspeth, how you doing? Very satisfied. That's good. You're free to stay for some time, that's for sure. Things might get a little bit harsh in the winter, but hopefully we'll be able to get through that. No problem. As I say, loads of mushrooms about. That's going to be very big help for getting stuff done. Other than that, we're at least starting to collect some manure as well. We probably want to actually think about getting maybe like a little bit of an awning here, or potentially like a sort of new area to kind of do stuff with manure. Want to get some more straw, because we're going to need some straw, and I think, yeah, as soon as we kind of get this area done and we can add some extra like bowl stands and such there, I think that's probably what we'll do. How are our crops growing? Crops are growing okay. Our crops are growing. That's also good. You'd like to see that happen. Probably actually want to get some of these ferns out, because ferns give you straw, and we do need some straw. That's always nice to have. We'll just harvest a little bit. Lots of bog iron. Now, somebody was saying in the comments, which I am very appreciative of, that we can put the bog iron in the large stone pile. So if I can actually use my eyes and figure out where the large stone pile is. It's here somewhere. There we are. Rock heap stores large rocks and bog iron. How have I never read that before? Well, I know how I've never read that before. I'm an idiot. But let's get that as soon as possible done. And that means we can actually store our bog iron over here, and it means that we should be, well, I mean, pretty good to go. We're going to get one of them anyway for large rocks. So as well. Okay, so we've actually unlocked the idea for a wool tank. That's pretty good, because we must have actually managed to get our wool cleaned. Indeed, it looks like it. Good stuff. So we've actually got some wool now. You love to see it. Now, does that actually unlock anything for us? No, we just got the clean wool. I bet probably because we've finished up another processing area. Or no, we haven't. We just need to do it at the braiding spot. Okay. So let's go ahead. How much wool does that take? 25. So let's say, hey, let's have 50. Excuse me, wolf pup. Get out of here. Get out of here. Out you get. We really need a dog at some point. We need Hunter Reborn. That's who we need. That dog certainly didn't take any prisoners. That's for sure. But yeah, I'd like to have a dog just so we could have it on livestock gardening. We probably need to get a barn, realistically, as well. It's just taking a little while. Maybe we'll make this into the barn. That is an option we can kind of do. We could make this into like the barn. Kind of a bit wasteful because it's like right next to like the cooking area, but this pup needs to go. This pup, I'm sorry, you need to go, or at least that's what I would say if I could actually click on the hunting area. There we go. High priority. Someone kill that pup. He's just hanging around too much. I don't like it. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so we can store large rocks and bog iron here. So I think if we leave that empty, we can always just, when we get a little second, we can always collect that stuff up. Patrons want to do some stuff. Oh, cool. We can get wool cloth now. That's good. Let's get a 10 wool cloth. And maybe we can start to make some nice clothing. That'd be good. Yeah, very warm use for winter clothes. Could be very useful to make sure that we're still kind of doing stuff during this winter that's coming up. Katrin, I'm very sorry. I'm going to have to ask you to leave just because we're not done. Ah, perfect. We're actually done over here. So let's break this down for you, Mark. And we'll come over here and we'll change up our storages. So we'll have our straw piles there. I want to move our grain pallet and I want to store it over here as well because it means that we'll actually be able to kind of like store things together. I think that makes the most sense. And then do we want any other storage? I guess we could just get a haystack. Just pop it there. And then that means that you, at the very least, we have everything together for that thresher. Yeah, so now that we've moved this torch, when this is lit, that should light up the whole kind of hallway area that we have. Oh, perfect. I feel so good that we've actually finally got this done. And over here we wanted to get some bowl stands, didn't we? So where's the bowls? Bowls. Always the last place you look. There you go. We'll get you done. Lickety split, please. And I actually want to get everything done pretty quick if we can do that. So yeah, make sure everything's maximum priority. I want to get that stuff done. And we now have our improved thresher. Love to see it. Now that we're getting these improved crafting areas, that should mean that we're able to get stuff done quite a bit faster. Now, I do not like the fact that you're out in the rain. So let us make an area for wool over here that I'll have to do for just now. You eating my heather? I guess there's worse things. There's worse things that can happen. And there we are. We're crushing some bog iron. I can't remember if we had any more iron in sort of any nearby mountain. I mean, yes, we do right here. Potentially mine that out over the winter time. Who are you? Livestock down. Little kid! No! Death's door bleeding. It's fucking pup. Excuse my French. You're dead. You are dead right now. Somebody needs to tend to the little kid right now. Emergency boost. Everybody take care of them. You're bleeding. Oh no. I think little kid's gonna die. Oh no, we needed that dog. Oh. Just on death's door. So between a wolf attack and lightning striking our guys, we've at least managed to do it. I want that thing dead. And kill it. I don't care that it's wee. It's gotta die. It's gotta die right now. It nearly killed little kid. So, yeah. Oh yeah, you're on death's door. Per you. Suck it, wolf. Get out of here. You don't touch my wee goat. That's for sure. There we go. Treating up little kid a little bit. Yeah, you're on death's door, which isn't great. But at least you're resting, you're well fed, you should be fine now. Oh dear, I nearly had a heart attack. Nearly had a heart attack. And perfect. This area here is done. So this is going to be our kind of like little dormitory area. So let's move these sleeping mats over. It should be a nice large room, so people should be pretty happy with it. Yeah, we'll move them over. There we go. At least move those sleeping mats. Farrell, what you got for us? Dry peat bricks, you're my new favourite person, and some logs. Don't really need the logs. Don't really need the neeps. Sell you some baskets. Keep the money up. Sell you hand tools as well. But, yeah, I think that's okay. We've got... So Mr. Clux got his new offspring, his replacement. Probably best not to think about that. But it's good to see that we've got another wee chick. Yes, so I think what we do... Do we move the braiding spot on the weavery inside? Unsure about that. I think what we do actually is we move the pets. Do we break this down? Okay, let's move these straw mats. One more straw mat over here. We'll break you down. We go get all these grains out of the rain, please. Thank you. Don't want them getting rained on, if possible. Especially when we've got a lovely grain pallet over here that we can work on. We'll potentially need to get another grain pallet, now I'm thinking about it, because that is certainly filling up pretty quick. But it also means that we're actually able to kind of like store our stuff here. What were we doing over here? We need to go farming, we need to get a water trough. I guess there's one good thing about this place being heated is at least means the animals will not be too unhappy. Although, as I say, it feels really weird that we've kind of got this area for our people and then nice warm bits actually the barn, but just the way things go. I'm going to try and see if we can get this place completely stone floor. I know I was kind of saying that I don't think we can do it. I just want to see if we can. Because I think it would look quite nice if we can get everything. I mean, that room down there looks so nice. I think it just kind of makes sense. Right, let's get some hay. Gonna need some more nails for that, but that's okay. We can work that out. Oh, no, Mr. Wolf Pup. Yeah, we really need to get a dog. The sooner we can get a dog, the better. I don't care if it's a pup, just as long as we can get something by next summer. That'd be really good. Yeah, let's break down this door because I want to change that out for... I mean, I guess we don't have to. Can we, like, just lower the lock level for animals? Yeah, we can. So let's... we can... Ah, no, we'll just break... You know what? We'll break it down. We'll turn it into a barn door. I don't think we can... Yeah, we can't stop that once we've done that. It's annoying. Okay, so yeah, we need to get ourselves the branch barn door, and this is going to be our new barn. Let's also make sure as well that we have floor mats over here. It's not going to be needed for a while because, I mean, well, you can see how dirty this bit's over here, but once we kind of get everything together, that'll be looking much better. There we go. Probably make this high priority, actually. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. We're going to need to cut down some more logs soon enough. But should be fine. It seems like our peat harvesting... Oh, well, I suppose we did just buy a whole bunch, but it seems like our peat harvesting is going a little bit faster, which is nice. Pick up some mushrooms, and the mushrooms are pretty much growing. Good stuff. There we go. Wonderful. And probably grab some more bushes as well. Over here, I just want to grab dried berries. That's really all I kind of want there. How much have we got of these? Not much. I would like it if we had some more of that, but probably because we don't have any berries to do that with. So let's grab some berries. We can dry them out, store them out in here. Probably say over here that we do not want the dried berries there. Do we want to have another fruit serving? More ice, potentially. Ice is also an option. Or another bowl stand. So it is nice to have those dried berries. You're eating away. Yeah, drinking away, sorry. And we're going to need some more clay. So let's grab some clay. Because our task list is actually surprisingly low. Considering all the stuff we need to do. I think it's now that we've got pretty much... Did we not finish this? We didn't finish the roofs here. That's strange. I must have just forgotten to place them. So let's make sure that we get this done as soon as possible, please. I suppose it's good to zoom out now and again and make sure that you've got a roof everywhere. Because I think people are going to be sleeping out in the rain tonight, and that's not going to be too nice for them. Unless Callum can get this done as soon as possible, which would be great, actually, if he could just get this done. Yeah, there we go. Good job, Callum. At least people will actually be sleeping in some relative comfort. Let's get ourselves a wee vent, too. And pop that in there in the corner. Get this meat out the way, please. That must have been the wolf that we killed. That's good. Protecting our... vulnerable little shippers. Let's get out of this bush as well. Yeah, things are going pretty well overall. I'm quite happy to say. Or it certainly feels like everything's going to go well. There we go, everybody's going to bed. Hey. Yep, got a nice large room. The environment isn't great, but should still be alright. People should be a little bit happy. John, I'm afraid we're going to have to ask you to leave, sorry. I know it's not the nicest things, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles, I'm afraid. People changing their clothes, it's obviously getting a little bit chillier. I mean, makes sense. It is coming deep into autumn. In fact, you can kind of see that it is getting quite a bit chillier. Yeah, every kind of room's getting a little bit cooler. Even over here, where we have, like, the smokers and that. How are you guys in here? It's pretty chilly, but then again, we don't have the stove on, so it's understandable. Excuse me, big kid. What are you doing eating our hay? That's going to be an issue. Maybe the barn won't be here. Maybe we'll have to move the barn elsewhere. Very annoying. We can't lock these, can we? Because they're just branch gates. Yeah. Oh no, we can. Raise it. Yeah, so I actually want these to all be raised so that animals can't get in. Thank you very much. I mean, it's not going to do anything till we get that wall finished, but let's move you out of here so you're not just eating our stuff, please. Thank you. Let's go ahead and gather some more stones. Is that a wee kit there? I think it's one of the kits that we saw earlier. I wouldn't be surprised. Gosh, we really have just torn up all the stones from here, which is good. It's a good thing. Stones do slow you down quite a wee bit, so it's nice that we've kind of gotten rid of a lot of them. Should mean as well we're probably going to be able to get a couple more of these large rocks. How many do we have here? 21 so far, and there's an awful lot around here as well. Yeah, we've got about 30. We might struggle to get this all done with stone, but it'd be nice if we kind of did, because it would look quite homely. How are we doing over here? Doesn't seem like we've got much in terms of... There's a rat in here. You better not be eating our stuff. Yeah, no wonder you're well fed. Bloody rat. Someone go hunt that rat. It seems like a bit of a waste to hunt a rat with a bow, but I suppose if you use like blunt arrows, just to kind of like, you know, bash it, then you wouldn't waste a lot of the meat. But yeah, it just seems a little bit of a waste of people's time. Especially because we can't actually find it. Mr. Trader, what you got? You've got stones for us. Interesting. Okay. Do we want to buy stones? I think that's a bit of a waste. We can just collect them. It would mean we get this wall done pretty quick. I think it is a bit of a waste. Yeah, I'm really sorry, man. You're not really selling anything that we're interested in. Give you some baskets. There you go. You can have a couple of baskets. Yeah, not really interested in anything else. I'm gonna actually make a decision, and I'm gonna, because there's so much like stone stuff here, I'm gonna build like a little dirt path down here. Once we've done that, we're gonna mine up that iron. So I could do with some more iron when we get a second. But yeah, we should be able to get this stuff done pretty easily. Especially now, because it feels like our task list is mostly hauling at this point, which is good. Which means that we just need to haul a whole bunch of stuff. Which we can do. We've got a whole bunch of hay out here. Yeah, whole bunch of hay. 100 hay. That's nice. That's good. We'll get this this kind of fence bit done. And that should hopefully mean that we're no longer having cheeky little goats and sheepies coming over here and taking out our stuff there. Now, I will want to put in a little bit of an awning here, just to cover up this fertilizer bit, but maybe make that just a little bit bigger. And let's think about, I mean, could we potentially move you down one? I think so. And then we'll pop in like a gong place there where it's nice and covered, just to store our stuff there. Fertilizing our stuff, that should mean that we should hopefully get a little bit of a better growth rate, although I'm hoping we can still harvest this, because it's starting to get, it's going to get a bit colder. But then again, we've probably got until the end of autumn, so I think we should be okay. Main thing is as long as we can actually get stuff done. And we are, to be fair, we are getting stuff done. We're catching rats in our rat traps. That's always nice. We probably actually want to put a rat trap over here, now I'm thinking about it. Because you need to go. And we do not have a cat. Speaking of which, why don't we pop down a nice little cat flap over here? Like just a little cat bed. It's right next to that one there. Yeah, let's just pop you down there. Yeah, place for them to sleep and plot. Exactly. Pop you down there. We'll maybe put down a cat bowl and maybe we can get a... oh, did I just delete all the doors? I did, didn't I? Oh dear, I am really an idiot sometimes, aren't I? Right, well, we're going to need to put down a straw door there. Because we, yeah, we don't want to have our kitchen just out in the open. If possible, there we go, pet food bowl. Food bowl. And a water bowl. I think... yeah, let's pop this down over here. And out the way. We always put down a little water bowl too. And again, we want to put it somewhere where it's like not going to get too cold. Put that there. The cat can always come in and have a drink. We don't want them going for our sheep, but as long as we're putting like a bowl of food out, then whatever cat's living here, if there's a cat living here, I think there is. I think I've seen like another cat. Oh, lovely little butterfly. Then hopefully they'll self-tame. Because I could really do with a cat running around here dealing with some of these things. Hello, little bunny. Where are you going? You're going to eat the grass over there. Okay, fair enough. You must have been running out of stuff there. Okay, cool. So we're managing to get our hay is getting harvested, which is great. Our wall is looking a little bit bigger than before. People are working away. We're trying to hunt this rat. It's not going to happen. People are just wasting their time. Oh, get rused, get ruined. He fell for it. He walked right into my trap. Idiot. No, that's good. That means at least that's done. What do we have to do other than that? Andrew's here. Andrew, do we even have a bed that you could go in? Because we've got 1, 2... We do have a bed over here. It's not a very nice room, but at least it is our room. You could stay if you want. We've got some coin. I just don't know if your satisfaction will go up. I think you'll be kind of annoyed. Yeah, you know what? We'll rent you a bed. Hopefully your sleep shouldn't be disturbed because you're not going to be with the animals at the very least. So even if you're not completely satisfied, you should be a little bit satisfied. You can come in, you can eat some food. And have a nice time. We don't have to worry too much about gathering more of our kind of like mushrooms and that. We can probably do that a little bit later on. Well, things are getting a little bit chillier with the wind chill. Not a problem. You go and play that flute to your heart content. So yeah, so at least he's in a large room, which does increase his satisfaction. He is getting a little bit disturbed sleep just as somebody's going by, but that does go away. So this is going to be a much better room in terms of that. Oh, little tomcat. You're actually surprisingly tame. 52% tameness. I guess it's just because it's easier just around people. Good to see, good to see. Our babies. The bed. There we go. Andrew, how are you doing? You're going to be our test guest. Just to make sure that people are quite happy how things are going. Mr. Fox. Mr. Fox. You need to die. Sorry, Mrs. Fox. My bad. Mr. Fox needs to die. I just said Mrs. Fox and I just called him Mr. Fox again. Oh dear. Someone needs to honestly have a look at my head and make sure it's actually screwed on. Otherwise I might leave it behind somewhere. I swear to God. It's gonna happen. Yeah, I kind of want to move these beds inside here. So let's do that. Let's move all of our animal beds inside so we're not having animals sleeping outside. I think that's probably a good idea. Yeah, there we go. Now everybody's having a nice time. Andrew, how are you feeling? You're actually satisfied we're going to get a little bit of reputation. That's good. Yeah, you can have a little chat. There's this little fox kit running about. And we won't be having that. Calm's doing the hunting traps, the eel traps. That's good. Yeah, I mean, we still got 5 days of food even with Andrew about, so I'm feeling pretty good about things. You're Mr. Fox. You probably need to go. There's a lot of foxes about, actually. Holy. Yeah, we probably actually need to send out some people and just try and cull this a little bit. There's just a few too many of them. I know, it's a vixen with kits, but they're probably absolutely devastating the rabbit population. I just don't want them near our chickens, because they will kill them. Overall, though, these rooms are starting to look quite nice. If we have a little look at these sort of rooms here with the nice flooring. This needs a clean already, it feels like. Probably not helped by the fact people are walking in and it's like, you know, we've got effectively grass around here. But yeah, no, this is starting to look pretty nice. It's like it's obviously not the most fancier rooms or anything like that, but it's at least nice-ish. I've taken the door off here as well. I must have double-clicked or something. Right, let's get this door. At least it's not too bad because I only took it off there and we've still got our 2 doors on our kind of like our area over here. I'm glad I noticed that just purely to make sure that we can get the cool room sorted out. So many foxes. I think we're going to have to hunt you as well. I'm afraid. So how much wool cloth we got? We got quite a few wool cloth, that's pretty good. We need to make a carpentry. That we do, but we don't have any iron. So maybe we're just going to want to concentrate on getting the hauling and stuff done. We've got a little bit of building left to go. We need some more clay, so let's get some more clay. How are we doing for fuel? All right. Yeah, lots of people are going out and harvesting peat. That's good. Probably do with just a little bit more, to be honest. It's going to be a pretty harsh winter. We're going to have probably 2 fires going. We could maybe get rid of this peat stove here. It would give us a bunch of large rock and some clay back. I'm just thinking because we've got this one here, we can use this to make our dried berries. We don't really need to have two. Like, we can just heat this one with the campfire, or the cooking fire. And once we have the fireplace in, then that should probably heat this place up alright. You can really feel the lack of traders, actually. And especially in comparison to even, like, the last playthrough. Like, there's a lot less people that kind of come by that you can, like, sell goods to and, like, just, you know, get rid of your rubbish and stuff. Like, I could really do with a dog, I could really do with a cat. Just one would be fine. Otherwise I'm going to have to get a little bit more. Kind of like towards the end of the last series, we got a little bit overrun by animals. Kind of similar to Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress, at least you have this sort of disconnect where you can be like, well, I'm just going to kill all the cats. And that's fine. But here it's like, you kind of run into the same issue where it's like people have to take them as pets, and then you have too many of them, and they just, you know, eat you out of house and home. At least there's no miasma here. I mean, to be fair, actually, there's pet graves, so probably need to worry about that at some point, but at least we're A-okay. And very fortunately, little kid survived, and he's now, or she's now an adult, sorry. We've got plenty of milk. We just need to, I think we probably need to build that carpentry station in order to get the rain stopped you. We'll build you out potentially here. It's going to take nails, that's the only thing. But yeah, we can just make another little awning over here. Build you up when we get a second. These oak sheaths are looking decent. They're nearly grown, which is good. Over here is all flooded. Oh yeah, look, there's a little pussycat here. You're very nearly tame. I could do with like a little tomcat. A little tomcat could be really, really nice. You just want to be tame. Okay, come over here. Have some food. Help yourself. You'll love it. And then we can always make you a little bed somewhere. You can come sleep in there. How are we doing here? We need more pet beds, obviously. Because we've got some pets that are standing up, so let's get some more beds. That'd be good. How are we doing for straw? Doing okay for straw. Probably need to get some more. That's alright. Still harvesting peat. But that's music to my ears, because we've actually, for the first time in a very, very long time, we actually have some surplus peat. So that means we should be able to get the stoves on the go. It means we should be able to get some more stuff done too. Now, over here, is there anything else we kind of want to put in the kitchen area in terms of making food? We could do a cooking pot. That is true. We could do a cooking pot. Probably move that. Ah, yeah, perfect. We tame the cat. There we are. What are we going to name the cat for our new thing? You know what? We're going to name him... Goodness, what was his name? Jasper. There we go. I just remember one of my old granny's old cats. There we go. Right, we got Isabel and Merrick. You know what? We can give one person a bed. So Isabel, you can stay for the night. Merrick, you can go on. Should be able to get yourself nice and fed. Oh, you're pretty nice. There you go. You've eaten, you've hydrated, you're going for a poo in a hole. Yeah, we play the flute. Get yourself clean. I mean, actually, we've managed to, you know, get this bedroom done pretty well. Although I think we've used up nearly all of the large rocks that we've found. I mean, there's a couple lying about. But actually, it's looking pretty good. Look at that. Look at how nice it is. You love to see it. Yeah, you're in your large room, you're getting a little bit of satisfaction out of that, you're well fed, so you should be feeling pretty okay. Obviously, it's not a private room, I do understand, but in my defense, we're not made of money. That's all I'm saying. We need 4 hand tools for this. Look at all these chickens just rooting about. Oh, I guess we've run out of the water trough. It's the useful thing for having that filled up, I guess. So we need to make ourselves some more hand tools. How much does the fireplace take? 1, but you need some more, need iron ingots, or to do you. Okay. What are you weighing? Well, I guess we don't have any iron ore, we're probably just, like, not producing any. So we need to produce 4 hand tools. I wonder if we maybe raise the priority on this iron bulk crusher, because we really do need to make, some more iron if we can help it. Especially now that we're kind of like taking up so much of this. You are a wolf. You need to go. You need to go ASAP. The foxes are bad enough, but the wolves are pretty scary. would be quite nice to kind of build like a nice big stone wall. Dry stone wall kind of like around the whole place. Just hopefully keep the animals in. The other animals out. You know, maybe do some pastures, that kind of thing. But that's, I think that's probably going to be a task certainly for another time, if I had to guess. Let's have a little look as well at some more jobs and make sure that we can gather some stones up. There we go. There we go. Perfect. We could always mine for stones, but I do quite like getting them off the map. At least means people are walking a little bit faster. Isabel. I'm sure not the same one that just stay with us, but a different one. You're coming in here. What you bring? You're actually bringing a queen. I could buy that queen and we could have our own cats, but I think I'm alright with just taming the ones that are on the map. There's plenty there. We'll actually buy your berries and we'll sell you a couple of baskets. There you go. Do you want to buy... I'll sell you a male chick. I don't need two male chicks and a rooster. But the hens out of everything, I'm kind of disappointed by how they're laying a little bit. It must be said. Oh, perfect. Look at that. We've actually managed to finish up the sleeping area. Somebody's even left their Pete's spade here. As you do. There we go. Right, okay, well, we've got the berries in. People are saying, hey, let's make some dried berries. And I do agree we probably should. Probably should make some dried berries. Got 6 days worth of food, which is nice. We need oat sheaf. We need some woolen hanks, which we don't have. There we go. Martin's crushing up some iron ore. Great. Not quite finished up this bit over here, but we'll get onto that soon. There we go, Agnes. Reading my mind is already hard at work. Good stuff. Everybody's harvesting the rest of that peat. It's slow work, it must be said. Let's gather some stones here as well. Just, let's try and remove some stones from this like peat pile if we can. And then we'll mine this mountain now that we've got this area done. And I guess we can always gather some stones here as well. There we go. A lot of tasks to do, but that's okay because we're actually making some pretty good progress. We should be able to get this wall done. And when we get that wall done, that'll be looking pretty nice. Jasper, how you doing? Always nice to have a wee Jasper. Do we want to put cat bed? Do we maybe want to put cat bed inside? Question is where? Who is your human is probably the more pressing thing. Anne. Anne is your human. Where's Anne sleeping? Anne's sleeping over here, isn't she? Yeah, so we'll put a wee cat bed over here. There we go. You can come sleep over here. Speaking of cats, I'm surprised mine hasn't tried to turn up. She was on me earlier, but she left. It's a bit... As I say, it's a little bit windy today. It's been a little bit windy for a wee while as well. So apologies if you can hear like a door banging or anything like that. It's probably just happening in the wind. But she was on me earlier, and then she was like, "Nah, you know what? I'm going. It's too bangy, and I'm too unsettled to sit on you. I'm afraid." But she sat on me a little bit earlier on, so that was nice. When I was in bed. Sadly, our dog is not feeling very well at the moment. She's a wee bit poorly, so. Hopefully by the time you guys are seeing this, she's a little bit better. But she's been very good, actually. She hasn't barked once today, which is rather unheard of. I suppose it's a sign of how poorly she's actually feeling. That she's not interrupting the recording. But there you are. Cool. Everybody's getting the stones. We should actually get them. We might be able to get the stone wall done. That would be great. We can get this kind of like walled off area kind of done. We can like actually concentrate on like growing some more food there. That'd be really great. You animals, stay away. I do not want you coming in and eating my hay. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, we've got plenty of hay. I want to make sure we've got plenty of seeds now as well. We've got a lot of hayseed. That is actually kind of a ridiculous amount of hayseed. Good to know. How much grain do we have? Not that much, actually. We don't have very many oat sheaf, so we'll have to harvest what we have here. And that will probably have to go into next year's crop. We hopefully have a fair amount of hay, though, I would hope. I mean, we've got the hay that's kind of like lying out here, to be fair. We can always harvest some more if we really need to. What thistles about as well. And just quite a bit of heather. I've gone to the effort of making this lovely little path, and you've just decided, oh, I'm just going to walk around. How could you? How could you? Is that another little pussycat there? Are you quite close? That's a queen that's close to being tamed, so we might end up with a breeding pair after all. We'll just have to see. You're just kind of like enjoying hanging around everybody. I'm still just very pleased with this. That light isn't actually spreading as far as I kind of hoped. Do we need to get 2 torches? Yeah, that light really isn't spreading as far as I thought it would. essentially need to get 2 torches. We can also see how well this kind of retains the heat during winter. But things are looking up. Our food stocks are looking great. We've got our peat stockpile slowly but surely going up. We've got our forges back working again. Our bloomery is now working. Should hopefully mean that we're able to get some ingots together. We've also got the other bit over here that we can get done. And overall, our number of tasks that we do, including hauling, is going down quite a wee bit. Overall, everything's looking pretty good. I'm actually very pleased with how things are overall functioning. We've got our planks, our bark, got plenty of branches. Probably need to get some more logs at some point. I wonder if we maybe want to build like a little bridge over here as well. Although we don't really have any, we don't have any stone left really, or any large rock. Sorry, because we'd have to, if we wanted to build just like, say, like a little bridge, just like over here like that. That's quite a lot of large stones. But then again, we are obviously going to harvest a whole bunch. I mean, there's quite a lot of large stones over here. That's 8. Don't know how many we've got in total. 14? That's probably enough. Yeah, we can probably just do like a little stone bridge over here. I think that'll look quite nice. And then we can kind of expand out a gravel path here and bring that across there. And then at the very least, that means that we've got our kind of like our stone bridge that comes across here. I think I accidentally got rid of one of them. And let's move this drink zone as well so we can actually get this stone bridge all the way across there. Good stuff. And then we'll replace that drink zone here. Not that we really need it anymore, because we do obviously have the water jugs people are drinking from. So it's quite helpful. Oh dear, it feels nice that we've managed to finally get this house done. The animals are inside and everything is looking pretty good. But with that, I think that's probably all we're going to see today, so I think that'll be the end of this episode. Just want to say thank you to everybody for the comments, thank you to everybody who's been enjoying Clanfolk so far, and enjoying the works in update 17. It's definitely a bit more of a different beast than what we've had before, but things seem to be progressing pretty well. So I just want to say a big thank you to you guys, big thank you as well to all the members of the Burger Band supporting the channel and helping us get these videos out. If you want to become a member of the Burger Band, if you want to support the channel, you can do so on YouTube. If you go at a certain tier, you get access to videos as soon as they're uploaded rather than the schedule to come out, so it might mean that you can see them quite a little bit in future, especially if I've managed to actually do a whole bunch of recording, which is maybe a little bit few and far between, because, you know, it's actually quite nice out at the moment, so the sun's out. That means we've got to use it as much as we can to get some garden work done. But I'm going to, as the winter comes back around and I can finally be cool in this room, then that should hopefully mean we get some more videos out. But yes, then that will mean that you can get some early access. But I'm waffling. You guys don't want to hear this. You probably want this video to end. Just want to say a big thank you to everybody watching. Thank you very much. Until next time, take care.